White bread looks harmless. Soft, clean, light, and easy to eat. But what if I told you this one food quietly changed the way we live and changed the way our bodies work? Not overnight, not in one day, but slowly like a silent trap. Today, we're going to talk about white bread, not just as a food, but as a lifestyle shift and a health shift. Let's be honest, white bread is everywhere because it is cheap, soft, easy to chew, quick to prepare, and it saves time. In the past, breakfast was slow. People ate whole wheat roti, porridge, lentils, eggs, homemade food. But then modern life became faster. Work hours increased. School timing became strict. Traffic increased. And families had less time to cook. So, white bread became the perfect solution. Just toast it, add tea, add jam, or make a sandwich. Breakfast in 2 minutes. This is how white bread entered almost every home. White bread did not only replace roti, it replaced a whole lifestyle. Because once white bread became normal, many other things followed. 1. More processed food. Bread leads to spreads, sauces, mayonnaise, cheese slices, packaged snacks, fast food burgers. Because bread is like a base for modern junk food. 2. Less home cooking. When bread becomes the daily breakfast, cooking decreases. And when cooking decreases, our diet becomes a less natural, a less fiber, a less nutrients, more sugar-like carbs. 3. Kids got addicted to softness. Kids love white bread because it is soft. They reject brown bread, roti, whole grains, and parents think, at least the child is eating something. But the body doesn't just need something. The body needs real nutrition. Now here comes the most important part. White bread is made from refined flour. Refined means the grain has been stripped. In simple words, when wheat is processed to make white flour, most fiber is removed. Many nutrients are removed. The natural structure is broken. What remains is mostly starch. And starch in the body behaves almost like sugar. That's why white bread is not a simple carb. It is a fast carb. Now imagine this. You eat 2 slices of white bread in the morning. Your body quickly breaks it down into glucose. Step 1. Blood sugar rises fast. Your energy rises quickly. Step 2. Insulin rises fast. Your body releases insulin to control sugar. Step 3. Sugar drops fast. And within a short time you feel hungry again, tired, sleepy, craving tea or sweets, craving more bread or biscuits. This is why many people say, I ate breakfast, but after 1 hour I feel hungry again. That is not because you are weak. It is because your breakfast was too refined. This is why we call it a silent trap. Because white bread does not hurt immediately. You don't eat it and fall sick in one day. Instead, it slowly builds a pattern. More hunger, more snacking, more cravings, more belly fat, a less energy, and sometimes blood sugar problems. And the worst part? Most people don't even blame the bread. They blame age, stress, office routine, weakness, or my metabolism is slow. But the truth is, your daily food routine may be the real reason. So now the big question is, if white bread is so common, and it behaves like sugar in the body, then why did the world accept it as normal food? And what does it do to weight, energy, brain focus, diabetes risk, and even gut health? In the next part, we will expose what white bread does after years of daily use, and why it makes people gain belly fat even if they don't eat too much. In part 1, we understood one important truth. White bread is not just bread, it is refined flour. And in the body, it behaves almost like sugar. Now in part 2, let's answer the most common question. I don't eat a lot, but why is my belly growing? Or, I eat a normal breakfast, so why do I feel weak, sleepy, and hungry again? The answer is not always calories. Sometimes the answer is how your body reacts to certain foods. And white bread is one of the biggest examples. Most people think belly fat comes only from overeating, too much oil, too many sweets, no exercise. Yes, these things matter. But belly fat also comes from something deeper. Blood sugar spikes plus insulin spikes. And white bread creates this pattern almost daily. Now here is the key point. When insulin is high, the body enters storage mode. Meaning, instead of burning fat, the body starts storing fat. And where does it store it the most? Very often around the belly. So if someone eats white bread breakfast, white bread snack, white bread sandwich, bun with tea, then insulin stays high many times during the day. And the body keeps storing fat. Let's talk about a routine many people follow. Morning. Jam or butter. Sometimes biscuit too. Elf will morgens. Hunger returns. So, Samosa, biscuits, or another tea. Lunch, rice or roti. But because you already started the day with refined carbs, you feel sleepy after lunch. Evening, again tea plus bun or toast. This is not too much food, but it is too much refined food. And refined food keeps pushing your body into a cycle. Sugar spike, insulin spike, sugar, crash, hunger, repeat. Many people say, when I eat bread, I feel lazy. That is real, because after the sugar crash, your body feels a low energy, low focus, sleepy, irritated. So you look for quick energy again. And the easiest quick energy is tea with sugar, biscuits, or more bread. That's why bread becomes addictive. Not because of taste, but because of the blood sugar cycle. Now, if this cycle continues for years, something happens. The body becomes less sensitive to insulin, meaning insulin is still there, but the cells stop responding properly. So the body produces even more insulin. This is called insulin resistance. And insulin resistance is connected to belly fat, high triglycerides, fatty liver, PCOS in women, high blood pressure, and eventually type 2 diabetes. Now, to be clear, white bread alone does not cause diabetes overnight, but it becomes a strong daily contributor, especially when combined with no exercise, stress, poor sleep, sucaritea, and fast food. The biggest mistake is people think bread is a light breakfast. They say, I only ate bread. I didn't eat heavy food. But your body doesn't judge food by weight. Your body judges food by fiber, digestion speed, and sugar impact. 2 slices of white bread can behave like a sugary snack in a body. Now here is a shocking thought. If white bread can affect hunger, energy, belly fat, and insulin resistance, then what does it do to the gut? And why do so many people complain about bloating, constipation, acidity, and brain fog? In part 2, we exposed how white bread can lead to repeated hunger, energy crashes, belly fat, and insulin resistance. Now in part 3, we will talk about something most people don't connect with bread: your gut. And not only your gut, but also your mood, your focus, your cravings, and your daily energy. Because the real damage of white bread is not always visible on the outside. Sometimes it happens silently inside. The biggest difference between traditional food and modern bread is fiber. In whole wheat roti, the fiber is naturally present. But in white bread, the fiber is mostly removed. And fiber is not a small detail. Fiber is like a cleaning brush for the digestive system, a slow-release controller for sugar, a food source for healthy gut bacteria. So when you eat white bread regularly, you're eating a diet that is low fiber. And low-fiber diets create many hidden problems. Many people complain: constipation, gas, bloating, acidity, heaviness after eating. They try medicines, herbal remedies, antacids, digestive syrups. But the real cause can be simple. Your daily food lacks fiber. White bread moves fast in digestion, but it doesn't support the gut. It fills you, but it doesn't nourish your digestive system. So your gut becomes slow, irritated, and imbalanced. Now here is something very important. Your gut has trillions of bacteria. Some are helpful, some are harmful. Healthy bacteria grow when you eat whole grains, vegetables, legumes, natural fiber. But when you eat refined foods like white bread every day, your gut bacteria can shift. This can cause more cravings, more inflammation, and poor digestion. And yes, even mood changes. Now let's talk about a habit that is extremely common in Pakistan and South Asia. Bread with tea, tea with sugar, toast, bun, biscuits, jam. This combination is not just breakfast. It becomes a daily sugar cycle. Because bread spikes sugar, sugar and tea spikes sugar again, biscuit spikes sugar again, and then your body crashes. So you feel weak, tired, irritated, unfocused, and you think, maybe I need more tea. This is how the cycle becomes stronger. Many people think cravings come from weak willpower, but cravings often come from unstable blood sugar. When your sugar rises fast, your body responds with insulin. Then sugar drops quickly. Then the brain sends a strong signal. I need quick energy. And the brain demands sweets, tea, biscuits, more bread, chocolate, fried snacks. So white bread doesn't just make you hungry. It makes you crave unhealthy food. Now let's talk about something modern people complain about a lot: brain fog, meaning difficulty focusing, slow thinking, forgetfulness, low motivation. This is not always a medical disease. Sometimes it is simply poor sleep, stress, and unstable blood sugar. And refined carbs like white bread contribute to it. Because your brain needs stable energy, not spikes and crashes. Have you noticed something? People can easily stop eating roti for one day, but many people struggle to stop eating bread, buns, pizza base, bakery items, because these foods are engineered to be soft, easy to chew, fast to digest, and easy to overeat. And when combined with cheese, sauces, sugar spreads, it becomes a comfort food. So the addiction is physical, blood sugar cycle, and psychological, comfort habit. Now, to be fair, white bread is not poison. If someone eats it once in a while, it won't destroy their health. The problem is when it becomes daily food, breakfast, snack, and evening tea. That's when the silent trap becomes real. So now we understand. White bread can affect gut health, digestion, cravings, mood, and focus. Now the big question becomes, what should we eat instead? And how can we reduce bread without feeling hungry? In part 4, I will give the best replacements, the healthiest breakfast options, and the easiest solutions for normal families. In part 3, we uncovered how white bread can affect digestion, cravings, mood, and even brain focus. Now, in part 4, we come to the most practical question. Okay, if white bread is a problem, what should we eat instead? Because the truth is, most people don't eat white bread because they love it. They eat it because it is cheap, it is fast, it is available, and it saves time. So the solution must be easy, affordable, and realistic. Let's break it down. Many people try to quit white bread and then replace it with biscuits, rusks, bakery cake, sugary cereal, diet cookies. That is not improvement. That is just a different version of the same trap. So the first rule is white heavy checkmark, replace refined carbs with real food. Option 1, eggs plus any form. Eggs are one of the best breakfast foods because high protein, keeps you full longer, stabilizes sugar, supports muscle health. Simple forms, boiled eggs, omelet, scrambled eggs. Even 1 to 2 eggs can reduce cravings for the whole day. Option 2, whole wheat roti, small but smart. Many people think roti is heavy, but a small whole wheat roti is better than white bread because it has fiber. Digestion is slower. Sugar rise is lower. If you eat roti with egg, dal, yogurt, or vegetables, it becomes a balanced breakfast. Option 3, oats but properly. Oats can be excellent if you eat them correctly. Good versions, oats with milk plus nuts, oats with yogurt plus fruit, savory oats with salt, egg, vegetables. Bad version, oats loaded with sugar, because sugar ruins the purpose. Option 4, dal/chana. Traditional equals powerful. In our culture, we already have strong breakfast foods. Chana, dal, leftover curry, lentils. These foods are high in fiber, high in protein, slow digestion, very filling. They are 10 times better than bread and jam. Now, this is important. Many people ask, is brown bread healthy? Not always, because some brown breads are just white bread with caramel color or a little bran added. So if you buy brown bread, check. White heavy check mark what to look for. 100% whole wheat, higher fiber, less sugar, simple ingredients. Cross mark what to avoid. Wheat bread, not necessarily whole wheat. Sugar added, too many chemicals. But even whole wheat bread is still a processed food. Better than white bread? Yes, but still not equal to real, natural food. Now here is a smart way to change your lifestyle without feeling pressure. Use the 80-20 rule. 80% of the time, eat real food. 20% of the time, eat convenience food. So you don't need to become extreme. You don't need to stop bread forever. You only need to stop making it your daily foundation. If you're busy and you need fast breakfast, do this. Strategy A, protein first. Choose 1, egg, yogurt, milk, chana, dal. Then add a small carb if needed. This keeps sugar stable. Underscore. Strategy B, reduce bread gradually. Instead of 4 slices daily, do Week 1, 3 slices. Week 2, 2 slices. Week 3, 1 slice. Week 4, only occasional. This is realistic and sustainable. Now, parents often say, my child only eats bread. So don't fight the child. Upgrade the bread routine. Better lunchbox ideas. Whole wheat bread sandwich. Egg sandwich. Chicken sandwich without mayo. Add cucumber, tomato, lettuce. Add fruit on the side. The goal is more fiber, more protein, less sugar. Now you know the solutions. But here's the final important question. Can you eat white bread, sometimes safely? And what are the safest rules if you still want? Toast, sandwich, bun, pizza sometimes? In part 5, I will give the final verdict. Simple rules, and the healthiest way to eat bread without destroying your health. So far in this video, we have exposed a hidden truth. White bread is not just a simple breakfast item. It is a refined food that can affect blood sugar, hunger, belly fat, cravings, gut health, and energy levels. Now in part 5, let's answer the final question. Is white bread completely forbidden? And if not, how can we eat it safely? Because the goal is not fear. The goal is awareness. Let's be clear. White bread is not poison. Eating it once in a while will not destroy your health. If someone eats toast occasionally, a sandwich sometimes, pizza once in a week, that is not the main issue. The main issue is when white bread becomes a daily habit. Breakfast, snack, evening tea, late night bite. That's when the silent trap becomes a lifestyle. White bread fills your stomach, but it does not give strong nutrition. It is low in fiber, minerals, natural vitamins, and long-lasting energy. So you eat it, but you still feel hungry, tired, and craving more. This is why people who eat bread daily often say, I eat, but I still feel weak, because the food is filling, but not nourishing. Now let's talk about the rules. If you want to eat white bread sometimes, follow these rules. White heavy checkmark rule 1. Never eat white bread alone. Bread alone is the worst. For example, bread ajam, bun takai. This is basically a sugar meal. Instead, always combine bread with protein, such as egg, chicken, yogurt, cheese, small amount, peanut butter, no added sugar. Protein slows digestion and reduces the sugar spike. White heavy checkmark rule 2. Reduce the portion. Instead of 4 slices, eat 1 to 2. Many people eat bread like it is light, but 4 slices can behave like a full plate of fast carbs. So portion matters. White heavy checkmark rule 3. Avoid bread with sugary drinks. This is very important. Bread plus cold drink. Bread plus packaged juice. This creates a double spike. If you eat bread, drink water, or milk without sugar. White heavy checkmark rule 4. Do not make it a daily breakfast. Even if you follow all rules, daily white bread is still not ideal. Make it occasional, emergency food, travel food, or busy day food, not a daily foundation. White heavy checkmark rule 5. Choose better bread when possible. If you can choose whole wheat bread, higher fiber bread, less sugar bread. But remember, even whole wheat bread is still processed. So the best option is still real food. Now I want to give you something practical. Try this. For 7 days, remove white bread from breakfast. Replace it with eggs, oats, yogurt, chana/dal, whole wheat roti, small, and notice the changes. Most people report less hunger, a less cravings, more energy, better digestion, a less bloating, and even weight reduction. Not because of magic, because your blood sugar becomes stable. This video is not about hating bread. This video is about understanding. Modern convenience has a hidden cost. White bread made life easier, but it also pushed many people into sugar cycles, weight gain, fatigue, and lifestyle diseases. So the real message is, if a food is convenient, it does not mean it is harmless. So let's summarize the full video in 1 minute. White bread, a digest fast, spikes sugar fast, increases hunger, increases cravings, promotes belly fat through insulin, reduces fiber intake, weakens gut health over time. And the solution is simple. Eat real food more often. Use bread only sometimes. And when you eat it smartly. If you found this video helpful, share it with someone who eats bread daily. Because many people are not sick. They're just trapped in a food routine. And awareness is the first step to change. Subscribe Info Beyond Borders now for more mind-blowing knowledge.